Hi folks, welcome back. Just in case any of you had any doubts about what I've been saying about the whole of the English countryside being riddled with druidic ritual groves, check this one out. I was in the woods today. It's a piece of woodland called Bishop's Wood in Staffordshire. Just put it in context for you. So that's it there. It's a nice big bit of woodland to go walking about and exploring. I was there today and I found a druidic temple. There were 3 of these large boulders that had been carved into the shape of cattle. 1, 2, and the third one is over there. Huge boulders, must weigh a ton each. And then there's this tabernacle, or chum, as it's an alternative name for it. And you see that. Oh, we'll come back to that. Anyway, each one of these is set on a kind of plinth as well. They're not just dumped on the ground. They're actually set on another piece of stone. So this is, you see the piece of stone underneath it. So somehow they got these up this steep hill, deep into the wood, and carved them into the shape of cattle. How they did that, I don't know, but it shows that they are very organized. Very organized people. They must have the cooperation of the local community to some extent. The farmers are involved. Wicker Man style, if you will. And I'll show you a bit of footage I got the other day, but that's a tree stump that's been dug out. I keep pointing them out in all my videos. I find them, for some whatever reason, they like to dig them out of the ground and move them around. A small one there, but I found larger examples. So there you go. That's just what I found wandering about in the woods today. I find these things all the time, but this one just shows it's got these big boulders that have been carved into the shape of cattle, and it just shows the level of organization that's going on here with these covens. This is a little bit of woodland just down the road. I filmed here before. This is near Edgemond in Newport. Let me get the audio going and you can hear what I'm saying here. Don't know how this is going to show up, but there's not much contrast, but I can see it clearly. There's a tree stump there, and somebody or something has been digging this big crater trying to dig this tree stump out. I showed in previous videos that you find them moved, they're very, very heavy, and they take them out and they put them upside down around the place. This one here, this piece of looks like a cement board, that's been used to dig out the tree stump. So you can see it's a big excavation there, huge crater, some work gone into it. So that's the tool they're using. Take some strength to get that thing out. So there you have it. Somebody is excavating, digging out these large tree stumps, putting in a lot of effort. Why they're just using that piece of cement board, I don't know. I mean, that's the kind of thing a caveman would do. But something you should know about these woods, these are not in the middle of nowhere. In fact, in England, there really is no middle of nowhere. Wherever you go, you will encounter people. You will find dog walkers, people out there walking all the time. I mean, I go out there and I take my catapult and I shoot, I shoot at targets in the woods, right? I shoot at knots on trees, and I shoot at if there's any pine cones like hanging up in the tree. I'll try and shoot down the pine cones and things. And I always get disturbed. There's always people snooping around and nosying what I'm doing. But somehow, in the same woods, these people are able to make monuments and temples, make stick structures, and dig out tree stumps and move them about. And seemingly they don't even get disturbed. I mean, they're doing big stuff. So this must involve the cooperation of the community. It must do. This is Stafford Castle, about a mile from the town centre of Stafford. There's people up there all the time walking their dogs. So how on earth are these quite impressive teepee structures being built there without anybody seeing what they're doing? I mean, some of the pieces of wood are enormous, very heavy pieces of wood. I go up there to film these structures, and there's people around all the time. I'm getting disturbed. People are nosying what I'm up to. But somehow, people are getting up there and making these structures. Nobody seems to bother them. I'll tell you how I think they're doing it. Because when I went up to film these structures, I stayed around until it got dark. And as I was leaving, and it was proper dark by the time I left, I saw a vehicle, two vehicles actually, pulled up. Even though the gates were locked and the car park was closed, two vehicles pulled up into the sort of near the gate and parked up. And they got out with a dog, and there were three people got out of this black four-wheel drive pickup truck. And it was a local paranormal investigations group, and they went up there into the woods in total darkness. And I was going to chase after them and ask them what they were doing, like if they knew anything about these teepee structures. Well, I didn't, and I'm kind of glad I didn't, because there was another couple walking their dog, and I thought it was a bit odd that they would go up in darkness into these woods that surround Stafford Castle. I thought it was a bit strange, and I asked the other couple if they knew those paranormal people, because the paranormal people were a bit ahead and they'd already gone into the woods before I could catch up with them. And these people said, no, we don't know them. But I felt that they did, I just felt that feeling. And I said, I wanted to ask them some questions. But anyway, they went up into the woods, and I saw them walking around with this torch, and I don't know what they were doing, but this torch seemed to be swaying left and right, like almost as if they were dancing. And I thought, no, I don't want to disturb them if they're doing something. And I noticed that by the gate near the vehicles, there was a woman and a child waiting down there. This is at night, right? A woman and child waiting near one of the vehicles. And I thought, this is strange. Are they guards? Are they sentries? Making sure nobody, or going to warn the others if anybody else comes up. It's just very strange. I got a strange vibe from it. But anyway, the upshot is that I think that these paranormal investigation groups are a cover story for these occult witchcraft covens, because it looked like they had sentries, they had people guarding the entrance to make sure they weren't disturbed. And like I say, I can understand why a paranormal investigation group would want to go up in the woods, maybe in the dark, if they're doing a ghost hunt. I can understand that. But why was that other couple with their dog walking up there in pitch blackness? It's just weird. Most people would be afraid. It's just very spooky up there. These structures must be built in the night time in total darkness, because I've never seen anyone making them. So anyway, that's what I think they're doing. I think they're going up there at night, and they've got people guarding the entrances so they don't get disturbed. All right, thanks for watching, folks. I'll catch you later.